sure to check out Ageless Geeks for your figures and collectibles. So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys My Hero Academia Shigaraki. So let's get into it right away and take a quick look at the box. So we do get the same style box with Shigaraki that we got with All Might. So we do get the one right there in the front of the box. On the top does say My Hero Academia. On the bottom we do get an image of the character. It says TOMURA Shigaraki. I believe that's how you pronounce his first or last name, since they switch their names around in Japan, because that's how they do it over there. Then it does say ages 12 and up. The bottom of the box here, we do get the barcode and a little bit less than what nobody cares about. Then we do have the price tag, so you can see how much I paid for it at GameStop. Then here's the top of the box, and then the one side here. And the other side, same thing as All Might. Then the back here does show the other figures in Series 1, along with the figure that you have in the box here. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure about to take a close look at Mr. Handman. And we still don't know why he has all those random hands on him, and I still don't know why, but I did just find out today because my friend at work did tell me I didn't care for it being spoiled. So now I know why he has all those hands on him, which still doesn't make too much sense to me. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and once again McFarlane did a nice job with the sculpt detail on a My Hero figure, and Shigaraki here did turn out really nice, but once again we do have the issues with the paint rub or paint bleeding and just some sloppy paint marks, so definitely not happy about that. Yeah, it's like a $22 figure, but the paint definitely could be a bit more cleaner on these figures here. So the head sculpt, probably one of the coolest parts about the figure here. As you can see already, the color of the hair is bleeding all over this hand right here, and you can even see some of the gray bleeding on to the hair, but it kind of blends in with the hair since he does have like that whitish, pretty much the same color as these hands. It's like that color, like shading in the hair right there, and I do like the sculpt of the hair. I think that turned out really dope, and I do like that whitish gray color in there as well. Very cool looking, but you could see the color of the hair bleeding all over the fingers on this hand as well. And even like the that bronze looking piece here, you could see it bleeding onto the red on these tubings right there. Same with on this one. And on this one as well. Actually, it's not bleeding onto this part. Where that brass color or bronze color meets the hands, it's pretty good throughout the entire figure. And I like how they added the black paint in between all the fingers right there. I think that looks pretty cool. And these are like a softer rubbery type plastic, as you can see right there. I mean, the head sculpt I think turned out pretty cool. Now the torso here, you can see with these hands, the black is bleeding on to the color of the fingers right there. But we get some nice like sculpted wrinkles throughout his shirt right there, which look pretty cool. Same with on the back. A little bit of paint bleeding once again with the black onto that grayish type color. Get more sculpted wrinkles there on the sleeve. We get some, then we get the hands going down the arms and the wrists right there. And the paint, it is sloppy, man. So expect to get some sloppy paint mark on these figures. Then the legs here, we do get a little bit of sculpted wrinkles right there around the knees and everything. Knee joints look pretty good with sculpted wrinkles on them as well. Then we move down to the ankles. You can see a bit of the black paint bleeding onto the skin tone. The skin tone paint isn't really fully painted right there, as you can see. Then we do get his red shoes, which turned out really nice. Laces seem to be painted pretty clean. Same with the black lines on the shoes as well. And the soles turned out pretty good also. And then the bottom of them, not too much going on. But overall, I think this figure definitely did turn out pretty good. There is the issues with paint bleeding, and you will cause paint rub as well, articulating the figure and stuff like that. So they definitely need to work on a bit better paint mark. Yeah, I know they're $22 figures, but I would prefer the paint to be a bit cleaner. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, and just like with All Might, Shigaraki here really is not included with anything. So another very disappointing factor about another figure in the McFarlane My Hero line. I know he can include at least another head sculpt with a facial expression. Like with Shigaraki here, they could have either included one without the hand on it so you could see his face, or they could have included one where one of his eyes is showing, just like in the first season. So it is a bit of a shame that we really don't get any accessories so far with these My Hero figures. But what we do get the same stand we got with All Might. Just says My Hero Academia on it with the peg on it as well, and then he is included with 4 interchangeable hands. Then starting on the right here, we do get a pair of open hands, and these are my favorite hands out of both of them there. This is where he's using his ability, that disintegration type ability there, and I do love that he did include these hands with Shigaraki. And then next here we do get a pair of just some regular resting type hands. Glad that he included at least 2 pairs of hands, but I wish we would have got a little something else with this figure, like what I was saying with the All Might. But we got some very nice sculpt detail throughout all 4 hands, and I don't really see any paint bleeding on these hands like how I did with All Might, and his hands are very easy to swap out as well. I don't feel like anything's gonna break or anything like that, so that is definitely good. But anyway, that is all the accessories included with Shigaraki. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the reviews, shall we? Now for the height of Shigaraki. To the very top of his head, it looks like he's just shy of 7 inches tall. And then here he is compared to the McFarlane Toys Fortnite Drift, the McFarlane Toys My Hero All Might, the NECA Original Movie TMNT Raphael, and the Mystical 112 Silver Knight Batman. And I think he scales pretty well with All Might here. Might be a little bit too tall, but I could be mistaken. I'm not entirely sure. And then here he is compared to the DC Collectibles Batman vs. TMNT Batman, the Mafex comic version Spider-Man, the SH Figure Arts Super Boo, and the Dragon Ball Super Full Power Super Saiyan Broccoli. And then here he is compared to the Storm Collectibles Smoke, the SH Figure Arts Sage Mode Naruto, the Mafex Justice League Batman, and the Figma Black Swordsman Guts. And then here he is compared to the SH Figure Arts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mystical 112 Deadpool. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for the hand guy's articulation, we do get 2 joints at the neck here. So the upper neck joint, you can get him to look up pretty good, even though his face is being covered by that hand. Looks down about that much with the upper neck. You do get very nice pivot there, and then it also does swivel, but it's kind of difficult with these pieces on here, so you get better swivel, of course, at the lower neck. The lower neck looks like better forward movement, so combining both joints, you can pretty much get them to look all the way down at both joints. Looks up about that much. You do get pivot, but it's getting hindered by the hands right there, and then you do get swivel as well, so you do get some pretty good movement at both the neck joints there. Then I believe we do get a joint at the torso and the waist. Yeah, we do get 2 joints in there, so combining both of them, and his shirt is a softer rubbery type plastic, so I like what they did there. But you can get Shigaraki to crunch forward about that much, so good for his hunching poses, and he goes back about that much. You do get really nice pivot there. And then of course you get the swivel in the arms here. We do get a little bit of a circular motion at the shoulder right there, and the arms do go out to the sides a lot more than 90 degrees, so that's good. They do go up and down. We do have true bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that do bend in all the way, but this hand is hitting onto the shoulder, so you can't bend it any more than that. And then we do have a ball hinge on the wrist, so it does swivel and hinges back and forth. Now for the legs here, Shigaraki can kick forward 90 degrees, so that's good. Goes to the back just a tiny bit. Let's see if he can Jean-Claude Van Damme it, and he definitely can. So very nice leg movement with Shigaraki. And then we do get a little bit of a hip swivel. We do have double jointed knees that bend all the way back, and then the ankles here, we do have the ball hinge once again, so it does swivel. Hinges up really well, hinges down really well, and then if you move the joint sideways, you can get that 90-degree bend. Ankle pivot, then we get a very nice toe hinge where you completely break his toes. So overall, I think his articulation is a bit better compared to All Might, and you're going to be able to get him in some really good hunching Shigaraki-like poses. I'm about to show you some of them right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the McFarlane Toys My Hero Academia Shigaraki. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure with detail, I'd give it a 7.5. Articulation, I'd give it an even 9. Accessories, I'd give it a 6.5. And then the overall quality, I would give a 7.5. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I did get mine at GameStop, so you could check your local GameStop stores. Agelessgeeks, I don't think will have these figures in stock, but you can get your other figures and collectibles from Agelessgeeks.com. If you can't find something on their website, I do highly recommend going through their Instagram or Facebook page. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell. And if you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, oh well, I guess you didn't like it. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. Then on the bottom, we do get an image of the character. It says TOMURA SHIGARAKI, yaki, chaki, shmaki. Goes to the back just to tighten the Mafex comic version. Spider-Man, the SH Figure Arts Majin Boo Poo. Super Boo, actually. The SH Figure Arts Super Boo and the Chippity Choppity Choo. The SH Figure Arts Super Boo and the Dragon Ball Super Saiyan Choopy Choppy Choo. The SH Figure Arts Super Boo and the Full Power Super Saiyajin Brody. The McFarlane Toys Fortnite. Damn it. Fortnite Drift. The McFarlane Toys My Hero All My 2.